Welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, my name is Amara. I'm a property consultant in Lagos, Nigeria, and the founder of Wren Regent Properties. So, you're a seller and you've had your property on the market for months and in some cases years, or you're an agent and you've not been able to handle your brief because it's been sleeping on the market. Well, have no fear, because today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons why your property is not selling. First things first, if it's not compelling, it's not selling. I'm going to be saying that again. If it is not compelling, it is not selling. So down to the state of the property, quality of build, and legal documentation, it all has to be compelling for it to sell. So let's get right into the vlog on how or why your property is not selling, and I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons. Let's go. Number 1, your price is too high. You need to be realistic about the price being placed on your property. You can't outpace the market. You need to be real about what the prices in that area are going for. If a 4-bedroom house is going for instance 100 million naira in a certain area, just because you have extra speakers and you imported your tiles from Spain doesn't give you the jurisdiction to double the price of the property. And as well, if you put your house or property on the market and you're getting a certain price back from across different buyers or potential buyers, that should give you an idea of the gauge at which to put the property price at. Ensure that you've also studied the market. Engage an estate valuer to make sure you know the true value of your property. A lot of sellers just put a price on the property in Nigeria without doing any valuation. You cannot be seller, agent, estate valuer, and lawyer. You are not God. So as an agent as well, make sure that you advise your clients if their property is overpriced. So make sure you check that. And number 2, the property is not presentable. Always treat your property viewings and inspections as a presentation. If the house doesn't show well, then it's not compelling. And remember our first point. If it is not compelling, it is not selling, okay? So of course, this is a property that is on the market. The chances of people not living inside are very high. Make sure you go in from time to time, open the windows, get some air in, get it cleaned out. And speaking of cleaning, be sure to check out Done and Dusted NG on Instagram. It's a cleaning business co-owned, a professional cleaning business co-owned by my husband and I must say that we do an excellent and detailed job. Now back to the business of the day. So if your property is not presentable, the likely chances of the client or potential buyer getting distracted are high. You want to maximize the opportunity of that buyer or potential buyer being in that house. So you want the house in tip-top shape. Spending 50,000 naira to 500,000 naira for cleaning, painting, and slight renovations for a property worth millions of naira is so worth it. Cockroaches, ants, rats, dead flies, they do not pay rent and they do not have access to title deeds. So sweep them out. And number 3, there is difficulty with access to the property. Hey, you've put a property on the market. So that's what it is. It's on the market. Providing access only when the buyer or potential buyer is around defeats the purpose. There are so many agents and sellers out there that only grant access to the property only when the potential buyer is around. This is for lack of a better word, almost insane. Because you need to be able to have traffic or drive traffic to the property. So if you're worried about people just strolling in and strolling out and they might be breaking things, why don't you lay down some ground rules? You could have, number one, restricted hours. So in a day, you might have just 5 hours available during the day when people can come for viewings and inspections of the property. Number two, you can insist that you have your principal agent present whenever a viewing is scheduled. Or you could even restrict the days that are used for property viewings and inspections. The goal is to drive traffic to the property so that you can increase visibility and in the end, increase the likely chances of a sale. And now we're down to number 4. Having no agent or an inadequate agent. There are a number of agents in the industry that only put a banner on the gate and a property on the listing website, and that is as much visibility as your property is going to get, and that's not enough. Your property needs actual effective marketing. It needs to be out there in the world. It needs to go to the UK. It needs to be seen in the US. It needs to be seen in Japan. It needs to be seen all around the world. Just because an agent is your friend doesn't mean they are the right agent for your property. We're talking about a transaction here. So make sure that you get an agent that is proactive and relevant in the industry. Having a bad agent or an inadequate agent is just as bad as having no agent at all. And number 5, untidy legal documents. So you've found a great buyer, you have a great price, and your buyers are ready to deal, and then they go to the land registry and they do a legal search and it comes back negative. That can be so disappointing. It could be a lien on the property. It could be that your property is a current subject of litigation. The property or the title of the property could be encumbered. Please make sure that you check your legal documents. As an agent, make sure that the legal title on the property is unencumbered, or if there's any matter of encumbrance on the title, ensure that you have an explanation for it. So if you're an agent, make sure you get all this information upfront from the seller so that you are able to communicate effectively to your buyer. The transition needs to be seamless from the buyer to the seller, and you, the agent, you are responsible for that. And you as a seller, you have a duty to your buyer to ensure that you give your buyer good title. So, if your property has been on the market for a bit too long and you are eager to sell, make sure you ask yourself the relevant questions. Number 1, is my price too high? Number 2, is my property presentable? Number 3, do people have easy access to the property? And number 4, am I using the right agent, or do I have an agent? And number 5, are my legal documents intact? Once you've been able to clear all this, and they're all in the green light, you will definitely get increased traffic, which will lead to an increase in customer experience, which will definitely lead to a sale. And that's definitely what we want. Remember, the ultimate thing is, if it is not compelling, it is not selling. Wow, guys. If you have any questions, any comments, any inquiries, remember to drop them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can follow me on my Instagram page at Amara_. And of course, if you want to check out the best properties in Lagos, be sure to check out at Wren_Regent on Instagram as well. And of course, if you need an agent to sell that property of yours and give you that increased visibility, remember to follow Wren_Regent. Wow, guys, it's always such a blessing here with you. And until next time, toodle-doo.